Okay, so a two-way table is a frequency table that displays data collected from one source that belongs to two different categories. This was the definition taken right out of the textbook. The next thing says each entry in a table is called a joint frequency. These are the yellow things down here in the example one. So the things highlighted with yellow, that would be a joint frequency. The third bullet, it says the sums of the rows and columns in the table are called marginal frequencies. So these would be the ones that are in orange in our table. So all the orange examples. So let's scroll down to the first example, and we're going to answer a couple questions about it, just reading the table. So the first one says, using the above table, how many girls were surveyed? So I am going to look at the total girls in this experiment. So girls, total, it says 30. So I know that 30 is going to be my answer for that first one. Let's go down to the next one. It says, using the table above, how many boys miss coming to school? So here we're kind of looking for two things. So it says boys and says miss school. So we need to go to boys, and we need to find miss school. And where these two things meet, that is going to be our answer. So boys and miss school, we could see that number is 26 because that is the one that falls for both. It would be 26. So that's our answer for the second one. And for the third one, let's see what it says. Using the above table, how many total students love distance learning? So it's not giving us a gender this time. It just says total students. And it says how many love distance learning. So I'm going to go to love distance learning, and I'm going to go to total, and it says 19. So I know that my answer there is going to be a 19. So that's kind of reading the table for example 1. Let's take a look at example 2 in our notes. I already created a table for it. So here's the table. And I broke it down so that there's freshmen and sophomores, and then there's a yes and no column for if they're working or not over the summer. So in the paragraph above, for the paragraph that's giving the information for example 2, I kind of broke it down and put the important stuff here. So it says 75 sophomores total and 18 are not working. So I made sure I put that down here so we knew how to put that in our table. It also said 57 freshmen and 45 are working. So that was other important information that was given to us. It's going to be important that we're using all of this information to help us find everything here. Even though they're not specifically saying it, there's going to be a way to fill in those missing pieces. So let's start with 75 sophomores. So this piece first, 75 sophomores. So that's total, right? That's total for the whole survey. There were 75 sophomores. So I can go to sophomore column and go to total, where I will then write 75. So that would be my total there. It says 18 are not working. So in my no column for sophomores, I'm going to put 18. Now, it doesn't say how many are working, but there is a way to find it. We would just do 75 minus 18. That would give us our missing blank, right? Because these two things have to add up to 75. So I need a number that is that can be added to 18 that gives me 75, and that would be 57. So my sophomore column is now done. We're done with that. Okay, next thing, it says freshmen. So freshmen here, 57 freshmen. So I know my total, I'm going to start over here again. 57 for the freshmen. It says 45 are working, so that our column is going to be different that we're plugging in over here. So 45 are, so I'm going to put that in the yes. 45. Now, I'm going to do the same process we just did for the sophomores. So I'm given my total, and I'm giving a piece of what makes the total. So to find this missing box, I have to subtract. So I'm going to go 57 minus 45, and that number will be 12. So 12 are not working for the freshman class. And we are done with that second bit. So we're done with all this stuff down here. Now, there's a couple more missing pieces. So totals, we're just adding stuff together now. So all the yes students is going to go down here. So 45 plus 57 would give me 102. And you could plug that in a calculator. You could add it on paper, whatever's easier for you. But that is going to give us 102 down here. Okay, now for the no's. I have 12 plus 18. That is going to give me 30. And then this last box for the total, you can add either these two things together and these two things together. It's going to give you the same thing. So 102 plus 30 is going to give me 132. And if you added 57 and 75, that's fine too. It would also give you 132. But let's use this table now and go into the questions for example 2. All right, good job, guys.